People have such a simple way of thinking. That's why there's not enough words to describe what it is. But identity can have like two meanings depending on what you're talking about. It's like a bucket. You can have like, you could just switch it up. You could be ginger one day. Like your identity is decided for you, or you could decide it. And you could fill it up with things like there's a space in your brain. You need to fill that void with something. So there's things that are more parasitic than other things. Oh, I hate Israel type shit. That's an identity. It gives them something. There's always a trade-off to everything. There's a cost to everything. And it gives them something. It wouldn't be there if it didn't give them anything. And it takes equally as much away. So it's giving them pride. It's giving them oh, I'm the good guy. You know, it's there's many things you could say that it's giving, but it's a drug. It gives to you the same way a drug gives to you. Like it's an illusion. It's a temporary thing, you know? And then it also takes from you. So there's different types of like identities, and they're all on a spectrum from like godlike to satanic. And the more godlike ones are not tempting. Like they don't market themselves. Like God is not a marketer. God doesn't advertise how great heaven is. People have to tell each other that shit. But Satan will tempt you like, hey, we got all this and all this great stuff and come join in and oh, you'll miss out if you're not a part of this. They fearmonger, all that stuff, you know? That's why I love this Christianity shit, because there's this like Christian scholarly idea of like...
Christians don't fearmonger.
They do, but...
Not like... They do, like the Catholics and shit.
Every group has a massive portion of NPCs like in that episode that just do what they're told. They listen to whatever the leader says.
That's true, but like the common Christian.
Yeah.
The common Muslim is fucking like... Bro, so, they're fearmongered like to death.
Yeah, and the godlike sources... So, the Christian idea is... It's such a sick idea. It's, the devil doesn't show up as like a person with like red skin and horns, like the face of a bull or whatever. The devil shows up as exactly what you want most, what you desire most in life. Which is like a sick, like poetic idea. There's like a thing that you're meant to have. There's godlike sources that are not tempting that will give you what you're meant to have. It's an equal trade, but it's a trade of different things. And then there's satanic-like sources which will tell you, oh, we have what you need. We have what you need. But it'll be an illusion, like a drug. It'll be a replacement for the real thing. So there's a cost to everything. When you take a godlike source, there's a cost. You have to go through some kind of boredom or some kind of suffering or some kind of, you know, taking the hard path or some kind of like forgiving, something like that. You have to do something hard. So that's a cost. You're giving something away, but actually that cost is actually helping you because it's making you stronger. So even the cost is actually benefiting you. And the thing that you're getting from that godlike source, the more godlike source, is also helping you. But you can't make a good deal with the devil. It's not possible. The devil knows everything you know and more. The devil is it's in your mind. It knows everything you know. You cannot trick the devil. So you can't get a good deal. Whatever you're being tempted with, you just have to trust that what it's going to take away from you is something that you are taking for granted is why you're making that deal. That you don't realize what you would be missing out on if you didn't have it. That's why gratitude's important, so you know what you have.
True.
Most people's identities are parasitic. They're taking energy from them and they're giving them something stupid. They're giving them the opportunity to be angry, or they're giving them a reason to be isolated, or fucking whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. It's giving them something, maybe not good for them, definitely, usually not good for them, and it's draining their energy away. That's what these identities do. But yeah, all these things are identities.
So would you say that like you choosing to like be like, wow, overstimulation, is that like something?
Yeah, that's an identity.
Yeah.
That can become like a pride, like, oh, look how much better I am than other people. That's what people think, bro.
Bro, I noticed this in one guy, bro. We went to Scottsdale. This nigga, I couldn't tell if he was being performative or not because of how ridiculous it was. It was like yeah, bro, I'm gonna go to Whole Foods and like go grab me like an apple or something to eat as a snack. I'm like, alright, nigga, alright. And then we went to like In-N-Out, and they got like a fucking burger.
Exactly.
He got the lettuce wrap.
That's the
burger,
thing. That's
and then no fries.
exactly. Yeah, I understand it. I understand it.
And then like
Because
kind of like
it's exactly he's being
brag about
performative to himself because he wants to go try to like eat healthy or whatever because that's his temptation. So he's trying to, but he's like people go about it the wrong way. But it's an identity. It's a way to lie to himself.
That's how you living. That's how you living, bro.